What is your hair laid without having your makeup laid, right? So of course we have another great makeup artist in our area, Looks by Betty, correct? Give her a round of applause, Looks by Betty. I've been seeing her more often nowadays, so I'm actually interested in it. Yeah, oh, she's new, because I've been hearing a couple of makeup artists, but now I'm really hearing about Looks by Betty.
I'm Betty Faraday, Looks by Betty. Recently moved to the US, the DMV, and I'm happy to be here. So let's talk makeup. So I'm going to teach you how to take your makeup from basic to glam with a few steps because I can't teach you everything. But before that, I would need a volunteer. I think your makeup is clean. Would you be okay with me using you? Okay. So, please. But before we do that, let's talk makeup, basic makeup, before I take you to the glam. Foundation shades. I feel like, yeah. When you go to Sephora to pick foundation shades, you almost never get your right shade. First of all, the lighting there is wrong. So when you step out, it's not, I mean, everyone understands what I'm saying. So I'd advise you go for a shade half a shade darker than your actual shade because you're going to use a lot of products that would still get to your actual shade. You highlight, you contour. If you start with a shade that is your exact shade when you start, by the time you highlight your face and everything, your face is looking brighter. So always start with a shade that is half a shade darker or one shade darker and your makeup will look flawless. That flashback in pictures is not cute. Let's leave that. Then, like Neka said, the red lip thing is an American thing I see. Everyone just wears foundation and puts on red lips. Red lip is fine. I mean, but your makeup has to be flawless for red lips to look good. When you have a red lip on and your makeup isn't good, it's more obvious because we can now see everything because you're drawing attention to yourself. So please, if you're wearing a red lip, make sure your makeup is flawless. The base is flawless before you go to the red lip. Your makeup is beautiful. I'm not shading you, Hansi. So we're going to move her makeup now from... Her makeup is really clean. And I'm going to show you how to just go glam in a few seconds. Do you guys like shine? I'm a shine queen. I think my makeup style is eyes that speak. So I'm going to show you how to make your eyes speak. Well, how long have you had your makeup?
Yeah, 10. Yeah.
So she's had her makeup for some time, so I'm just going to touch it up and then from there, take it a notch better. Unfortunately, they discontinued Fenty powders, but I swear by them, if you can get them, please grab the remaining left. I heard Sephora powders are really good as well. I haven't tried them, but if you can get this, they're really good. That's what I use. Sephora. Yeah, it's really flawless. Thank you. So I can only do this because she's not sweating. I can see just oil. Please, if you're sweating, never touch your face when you're sweating. Make sure the sweat dries up before you touch your face. Don't dab your face with nothing. Don't dab your face with a handkerchief. Don't touch your face because sweat is water. If you touch your face when it's wet, it would move, no matter how good the makeup is. So every time you're sweating, when we're out, it's really hot this time. Make sure you have a fan, mini fan. We all need it. Women, we all need that this summer. Make sure your makeup is dry, and then you touch up. She's not sweating, so I can go in directly with powder. And please, fluffy brushes. We don't use dense brushes for powder. Never. Because you don't want to pack on powder. You don't want to pack on... Especially these powders, they're full powders, so you don't want to pack on powder on foundation. These are called foundation powders. So they have full coverage. Your makeup looks cakey, and we don't want that, cakey looking makeup.
So would you prefer a brush to a sponge? Because I thought that...
For powders, absolutely.
Yeah, I thought sponges were better for... Not sponges, like the little triangle ones.
So, I mean, I would advise use a sponge. I would advise use a sponge if you're using a translucent powder. That's a thinner powder. If you use a sponge with this, you're packing on product. So by the end of the day, you will look cakey. It will just look off. So sponges are for, does everyone knows what translucent powders are? Yeah, so like loose powders. Yeah, it doesn't have to be white. Translucent is like white, but like loose powders that don't have, coverage. It's just taking away the oil. So now fluffy brushes for more concentrated powders. I'm just going to dust it very lightly. I'm barely touching her face. So she has smile lines, which is okay. Most of us have smile lines. For anyone that has smile lines, check the product MAC paint pots. MAC paint pots. I mean, it's not a product for. Oh, I don't have it here. It's an eyeshadow product, but it works. MAC paint pot. I didn't know they could make that. Yes. But they have different shades. So just buy a shade that is closer to your shade. But it's an eyeshadow product, but it works for smile lines. So apply it first before you go with your foundation. And it will manage it, not get rid of it, but it will manage it. So I want you guys to see. And it doesn't like that. I didn't add any. You can say I've added powder, but she doesn't look caked up. It doesn't look like I did anything. That's how it should look when you do your touch up after a long day of makeup. Now let's move on to shine. Elevating your makeup is really easy. Most people think glam makeup means like heavy skin, cakey makeup. For me, glam makeup is the eyes. If your eyes are speaking, like your skin can just be foundation and flawless and you look great. You look like you did so much. So she barely has foundation on. I'm just going to use, this is literally just one product and I'm going to swipe that and you see the difference. Close your eyes. Open. Can you guys see the difference? Literally just one eyeshadow. And any eyeshadow that has pigment can do this, really. When you're doing this, if you're using, this is very pigmented. This is a Nigerian product, it's really pigmented. But if you're using an eyeshadow that doesn't have this much pigment, spray your brush with a certain spray and you would get this. Please, we don't want shine getting up to here. It looks tacky, please. Like, not now. So that thing where you take your shine and it gets to here, and we can see it even before, from far, we can see your eyeshadow almost touching your eyebrows. I don't think it's a good look. I don't think it's classy. So let's not do that 2025. I got you. I'll do the neutral shade now. Sorry. Everyone needs a palette that has browns and blacks. This is the most important palette. In fact, this is the first palette you should start your eyeshadow kits with. I'm going to use these shades now. Just these two shades. To transition. Transitioning meaning I'm diffusing the shine with her actual skin. So it doesn't look like I just placed shine there. Does everyone understand what I'm saying? Oh, you can't see. So I'll place the This is a darker orange. I'm going to place that here and then diffuse it in. When you're blending in circles. Also, fluffy brush, fluffy blending shop brush. Open. And that's it, literally. Her eyes have, they look great.
I will be now.
So I'll do the same thing here.
Relax your hand.
So I'm done with the eyes now. The next thing we're going to do is add dimension to her face. I can already see her contour, but adding more dimension makes your makeup also look more glam, if that makes sense. Again. You can eat. It's the same fancy powder in a darker shade. When you're contouring, I prefer bronzing to contouring because I feel like bronzing just makes the makeup look alive. I don't think gray really fits or suits anybody. I feel like gray on skin just looks dead. So I would most likely use powders that have warmth to them in different shades to contour. Bronze. So I'm going to do that now. Turn this way, please. Please start from here and blend downwards. So you see, I'm using a fluffy brush again because you're not packing anything on. Everything needs to look like it's flawlessly applied, but it's still there. And when she turns, you can see it there, but it's not there. We don't want that hash line of gray showing. No. I would put my blush right on top of the contour, almost blending the highlights and blush and the contour together. Fluffy brush. I feel like I said fluffy brush a million times, but you get the drift now. Fluffy brush. Because you see, I can control it better when it's a fluffy brush. Nothing is just being slapped on. And now, these days we are lifting our faces. Everything we're doing, it needs to go up. So when applying blush, contour, you're taking it to the highest part of her face instead of doing the rosy. Different faces, but most times this would work for most faces. So it depends. If you're going for a quick bit, a pigmented powder blush would do the same thing. Liquid is just you building, so I guess it will last longer. By the end of the night, you'll still see your blush, but a pigmented powder blush will do the same thing. So can you see? I want you to see her face in front. You can see her face has changed. This part of her face is more lifted than this part, without us even really doing much. apply blush. Don't be scared of blush. Please, we need color. You don't, that one dimension thing is not cute. Let's apply blush, please. While applying your blending as well, when you use a fluffy brush, while applying your blending, so it's literally, so it's fast. This will take you 5 minutes. And also, don't be scared to apply blush because blush, it fades away over time. So it might look crazy when you're leaving the house, but in like an hour, it looks, yeah, it looks good. So never be scared of blush. Now, after you've done this, you can apply your red lip. Because now she already looks. I would typically smudge under the eyes as well to pull more, you know. Let's do that. Can I do that? Can I smudge under your eyes?
No, change my lip too.
No.
Oh, what
Your
I want you
eyes.
to.
You want?
I don't know.
Same palette that has reds and browns. So see this, what I'm doing right now, I'm applying this under the eye. So when you put your black, this you put this directly under the black. No gaps in between. So the black transitions into the browns or oranges. Most times, I mean, I could use pink or whatever, but I would say to be safe and still look good, brown oranges. So you guys, can everyone see? Very tiny changes, but her makeup has changed drastically. You can't even see yourself.
I can tell from their faces. I don't need a mirror.
So if you like your eyes very smudged, very smoky, you can do that with black before you move to the brown. But I mean, it depends on how fierce you want to look for the night. Well, I would say this is cute, this is safe. Okay. No. Now I'm going to move on to the lip, which is the last thing. Nude lips are not boring. Brown and I don't know the brownish nude that everyone uses here is boring. But there are different shades of nude lips. We have peach, pink, the nude, you know, people use. But there has to be a transition with everything you do. So if I was using that shade of nude, which is like a brownish, I don't even know, what's that shade? You know the shade I'm talking about? The popular shade. It's like that. Yeah, whitish. So if I wanted to use that shade, I would use a brown to line. I would use a shade that has an orange to transition the brown before going in with that shade. So there's a transition of different colors and not just light to dark, which looks weird. So I'm going to do her lips. She already has a nice how glam nude lips can look. Typically, this is the shade a lot of people term nude, right? Exactly. She already has, I've lined her lip brown, and she already has like an orange in there. But typically, this is the shade of orange I'm referring to, or a darker orange. Now I'm going to use the orange, literally just under the brown. And I'm blending it in with a brush. I'm not smacking. I'm blending it in, so I'm placing it exactly where I want it to be placed. With makeup, being intentional is what makes your makeup look good or look better than, that's the only thing we do that is different from what, normal people do. This is my base for most nude lips I would do. This is the base, and then I'll put a different shade. I'll put a brighter pink, bright nude, or a brighter orange in the middle. So I'm going. Now I'll put the brighter shade right in the middle. And with the brighter shade, I'm putting it right in the middle. I'm not spreading it everywhere. So you can see the lip transitioning from brown to orange, which looks like brown, just looks like a lighter brown, and then to a brighter color. I can also go in with a brighter color in the middle as well. So I can do 4 shades to get the look. It depends on what I'm going for. I can do 4 shades and it will look sumptuous, but it's still nude. Going with a brighter shade, I'll put it right here. Does anyone understand what I just said?
Your earring fell off.
You did. Moving on to setting sprays. So we have 2 types of setting sprays. This is the last part of this thing. This is a moisturizing setting spray. Can everyone hear me? This is a moisturizing setting spray. Different brands have, a moisturizing and a mattifying setting spray. Now, setting sprays are not a one-size-fits-all. Everyone says, oh, it's hard. I need a setting spray that will let the makeup hold. If you have dry skin and you use this, your makeup will break. Because your skin is literally fighting for moisture. So you need to give your skin what your skin needs, regardless of. So now, because I put powder and I want to put back moisture, I would use a moisturizing setting spray. This is from the Alba. Close your eyes, please. Because we want our makeup to look like we are humans. You don't want to look like they're trying to put you down. See, that spray, can you see the difference? Her skin looks fresh, and her makeup still won't move. I can now go in with a finishing setting spray. I personally don't use finishing sprays on myself because I like my makeup looking a little dewy. Yeah, I handle that at the beginning, the prep. So
I got you.
and when you're spraying, please stay far away. And please don't inhale finishing sprays. They are very deadly, very, very deadly. have any questions? Anyone, you didn't miss any step. Was I too quick? Good? Oh, I'm Looks by Betty on Instagram. I do really good makeup. Book me.
Okay, so there was no questions for Looks by Betty. Round of applause by Looks by Betty. Once again, you can go on her Instagram, Looks by Betty, to do your next makeup with her for your next event. All right. All right. Then we're preparing for the group picture, and that will be set here near the stage, the group picture. So once we have this area cleared up, we want all the beautiful mommies and mommies to come to this area and take pictures. In the meantime,